I absolutely love music, music of all stripes, of all flavors. If you've ever been to one of my conferences and you were subjected to my music, me being a DJ today on Zippy Point. I'm Brock Romanek and I'm a big fan of yous. Yeah, it's true. I DJ'd my proxy season conferences going back the 16 years I ran those. In my last job, I spent the entire year, each year, curating the perfect set, starting with slow, mellow songs and building up as the day wore on. These songs played during the breaks and mostly consisted of songs that other folks probably hadn't heard of before. But my DJing days go way back to my freshman year at the University of Michigan. Some dude, Andy Zuckerman, who lived on my dorm floor, was a DJ for the school station. He was a sophomore who had already worked there a year and helped me procure a job. Since I was a new guy, my time slot was Sunday nights late. It was an AM station back when AM radio still had some measure of foothold in the market. And being a DJ was much more of a notable profession in that era, a huge deal compared to today. I can't name a single local disc jockey right now. Back then you had your allegiances and you knew the names of all the DJs on a handful of popular stations in your town. The biggest names were national celebrities, Wolfman Jack, Casey Kasem. Local DJs were treated as stars in their municipalities. I'm sure they got a lot of free food. And this was just a handful of years before MTV broke out when those VJs became very popular. So I was pretty excited to be getting in on the ground floor in Ann Arbor. The setup was hilarious. It was a top 40 station. Top 40 was a thing. And there was an 8-track tape for each of the 40 songs with a label that indicated the song, the artist, and how many seconds of intro music that song had before the lyrics started up. And this was the case because you were expected to talk, to provide some witty pitter-patter right up to when the lyrics kicked in. That's one of the things that DJs did back then, particularly the top 40 stations. And at the end of the day, I wound up getting fired about 6 months in. Not that I was getting paid anything, so maybe fired was too strong of a word. But I really wasn't an AM radio kind of guy. Top 40 was fine, but I wanted to work across the hall for the FM station where the cool people worked, the more experienced DJs worked, like my buddy Andy. So one night, a few of my pals joined me during my Sunday night late show, and we played side one of Led Zeppelin 3, commercial free, while I dutifully filled out by hand a log of songs that the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, required that the radio station maintain. And I scribbled out the top 40 songs that I was supposed to play, not the Led Zeppelin songs. And apparently one of my managers happened to be listening to my show and saw that I had gone off format. So I received a note in my box that I was being relieved of my duties. No face-to-face meeting, no phone call, just a note in my box the next time I had my show. And Dr. Brock, who used to knock off your sock, was no more.
Dude, that's a
Let me
great
know
story.
what you think.